Take full ownership of your life. Welcome to the channel. Before we begin, take a second and subscribe because everything you hear here is designed to help you take control of your life, your mindset, and your future. If you're serious about personal growth, discipline, and becoming the strongest version of yourself, this channel is for you. Now let's begin. Number 1. Nothing changes until you do. Let me start with a truth most people avoid. Your life does not change because you want it to. It changes when you do something about it. Most people wait. They wait for motivation. They wait for the right moment. They wait for life to slow down. They wait for someone to save them. And while they wait, years pass. If you feel stuck right now, it's not because you're incapable. It's not because you're unlucky. It's not because the world is against you. It's because nothing changes until you change. And that truth can feel heavy, but it's also powerful. Because the moment you accept it, you stop being a victim of circumstances and start becoming the leader of your life. This is not about perfection, it's about ownership. Ownership means you stop blaming your past, you stop blaming people, you stop blaming time, money, or motivation. You accept that where you are today is the result of decisions, habits, and actions, or inaction. That's not shame, that's clarity. And clarity is where real growth begins. Number 2, success starts with you. Success does not start with your boss. It does not start with your family. It does not start with society or the system. Success starts with you. If your life is not where you want it to be, the first step is not looking around, it's looking in the mirror. Most people skip this step because it's uncomfortable. Blame feels easier than responsibility. Blame gives comfort. Responsibility gives results. When you blame, you stay stuck. When you take responsibility, you take power back. Think about this for a moment. If your decisions helped create your current situation, then your new decisions can create a better one. That means you're not trapped. You're not too late. You're not powerless. You're just one honest decision away from changing direction. But honesty requires courage. It takes strength to admit, I haven't been disciplined. I've been avoiding the work. I've been wasting time. I've been settling. But the moment you say that truth out loud, even just to yourself, you stop lying and growth becomes possible. Number 3, stop waiting for the perfect moment. There is no perfect time. There never was. There never will be. Life does not pause to give you ideal conditions. If you wait until you feel ready, you will wait forever. Readiness comes after action. Confidence comes after effort. Clarity comes while moving, not while waiting. Most people think motivation comes first. It doesn't. Action comes first. You don't get disciplined by thinking about discipline. You get disciplined by doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it. That's why people who wait for motivation stay stuck, and people who rely on discipline move forward. Discipline is not a feeling, it's a decision you make again and again. Number 4, look at how you're really living. Now ask yourself something important. How are you really living? Not how you look online, not how you explain it to others, not how you wish it was. How are you actually living? How do you spend your days? What kind of habits say about you? What kind of energy do you bring into your work, your home, your relationships? Because your habits don't lie. If you don't like the answers, don't run from them. Don't distract yourself. Don't numb it with entertainment. Face it. That honesty is your new starting point. You don't need to be ashamed of where you are. You just need to stop staying there. Number 5, consistent action is the real secret. There is no secret formula, no shortcut, no magic trick. The only thing that separates people who change from people who stay stuck is consistent, daily action. Not motivation, not talent, not luck. Consistent action. Small actions, repeated daily, based on strong decisions. That's it. You don't need to fix your whole life today. You need to fix one thing and stay consistent. One habit, one routine, one promise to yourself, and keep it. That's how momentum starts. And momentum changes everything. Number 6, no one is coming to save you. This might sound harsh, but it's freeing. No one is coming to fix your life. And that's good news, because it means you don't have to wait for permission. You don't have to beg for help. You don't have to hope someone notices your potential. You already have what you need. The power is in your hands. You can take control of your time. You can protect your energy. You can rebuild your routines. You can stop putting things off. But it starts when you stop reacting and start leading. Number 7, take your power back. Taking ownership is not about guilt. It's not about punishment. It's about taking your power back. It's about drawing a line and saying, from now on, I lead my life. It's about becoming someone who follows through, someone who shows up, someone who does what they say they'll do. When you start doing that, something changes inside you. You begin to respect yourself. And when you respect yourself, your standards rise. Your choices improve. Your life starts to shift. Not overnight, but permanently. Number 8, start small, but start now. You don't need to do everything. Start small. Wake up earlier. Turn off distractions. Set one rule and follow it. Track your actions. Protect your focus. Progress doesn't come from intensity. It comes from consistency. Every day you show up when no one's watching, you build identity. You become someone who doesn't quit, someone who doesn't wait, someone who leads themselves. And that identity is more valuable than any result. Number 9, this is your decision moment. Right now, you're at a decision point. You can keep living on autopilot, repeating the same days, making the same excuses. Or you can decide that today matters. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Because your life changes the moment you stop letting life happen and start creating it. If this message spoke to you, subscribe to the channel and stay with us. The next part will push you even further into action, discipline, and real change. Remember this, no one can do this work for you, but no one can stop you either. Your life changes when you decide to lead it.
Part 2. Stand up and do what needs to be done. Knowing is not the problem. You already know what needs to change in your life. The problem has never been lack of information. It has always been lack of action. Most people know exactly what they should be doing. They know they should wake up earlier. They know they should stop wasting time. They know they should work consistently on their goals. They know they should take better care of their body, their focus, and their responsibilities. The gap is not between knowing and learning. The gap is between knowing and doing. And that gap is where most people lose years of their lives. Thinking about change does nothing. Talking about change does nothing. Planning without execution does nothing. Life rewards action, not intention. At some point, you must stop preparing and start acting. Action comes before confidence. Most people wait until they feel confident before they act. That is backwards. Confidence is built through action, not before it. You don't become confident by thinking. You become confident by doing hard things and surviving them. You build strength by facing discomfort, not avoiding it. If you wait for the right mood or the perfect conditions, you will stay exactly where you are. Life does not pause to make space for your excuses. Time keeps moving, whether you move or not. And every day you delay, you pay a price. Not because you failed, but because you chose comfort over growth. Discipline is self-respect in action. It is doing what needs to be done even when it does not feel good. It is keeping your word to yourself when no one else would know if you quit. Most people only perform when there is external pressure, a boss, a deadline, a consequence. When that pressure disappears, so does their effort. That is why they struggle to trust themselves. That is why their confidence is low. If you want mental strength, you must learn to apply pressure to yourself in a healthy, disciplined way. You wake up, decide what matters, and you do it because you decided it matters. Raise your standards. Your standards shape your life. When your standards are low, excuses feel acceptable. When your standards are high, excuses feel embarrassing. Decide that your time matters. Decide that your energy matters. Decide that your goals are not optional. Then back those decisions with consistent action. Small actions repeated daily change your identity. Identity is not what you say you are, it is what you repeatedly do. If you act disciplined, you become disciplined. If you act focused, you become focused. If you act like someone who follows through, you become reliable. Reliability builds self-respect. Self-respect changes how you live. Motivation is unreliable. Discipline stays. That is why motivated people start strong and quit early, while disciplined people move forward even when progress is slow. Action creates clarity. When you act, your mind becomes clearer, your confidence grows, your momentum builds. When you avoid action, your mind fills with doubt and frustration. Most anxiety comes from avoidance. Most clarity comes from movement. You do not need to see the whole path. You only need to take the next step. Structure creates freedom. Your routines are shaping your future whether you like it or not. If your days are unstructured, your life will feel out of control. If your days are intentional, your life will feel aligned. You do not need extreme systems. You need simple rules you follow daily. Wake up at a consistent time, reduce distractions, focus on one priority at a time. Finish what you start, track your effort. These actions are simple, but they require commitment. Growth requires structure. Structure creates freedom. When your habits are solid, discipline becomes automatic. Decide in advance. Disciplined people do not decide in the moment, they decide in advance. If you wait until you are tired to decide, you will choose comfort. If you decide ahead of time, you will choose growth. Make it easier to do the right thing and harder to do the wrong thing. Remove distractions, prepare your environment, set rules for yourself and follow them. This is how strong people operate, not emotionally, intentionally. Character is built in silence. There will be days when you are tired, days when progress feels slow, days when no one notices your effort. Those days matter the most. Character is built in silence, not when people are watching, not when results are visible, in silence. Respect the process. Progress is often boring, repetitive, and quiet, but it works. Consistency beats intensity every time. The people who win long-term are the ones who stay consistent when it's boring. Handle what you are avoiding. Ask yourself honestly what you have been avoiding. The task, the habit, the conversation, the responsibility. Face it. Handle it. Do not delay. Delay creates stress. Action creates relief. You will never regret doing what needs to be done. You will always regret avoiding it. Potential means nothing without execution. Nothing changes until you move. Nothing improves until you act. Nothing grows until you apply pressure. If this message is hitting you, subscribe to the channel and stay with us. Part 3 will focus on habits, comfort, and how to stop letting your routines control your life. Stand up, take responsibility, do the work, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Part 3. Clean up your habits before they control your life. If your life feels off track, it's rarely because of one big mistake. It's usually because of small decisions repeated every day without thinking. The way you wake up, the way you use your phone, the way you avoid discomfort. These habits may seem small, but over time they shape your results. Whether you like it or not, your habits are running your life, and if you don't take control of them, they will control you. Habits work silently. Most habits operate on autopilot. You don't think about them, you just repeat them. That's why bad habits are dangerous. They feel normal, they feel harmless, but they quietly steal your time, your energy, and your focus. You wake up and scroll. You delay important tasks. You choose comfort instead of effort. Then you wonder why nothing changes. It's not bad luck, it's habit. You cannot build a new life with old habits. You can have big goals, you can have strong desires, but if your daily behavior does not match your vision, you are only dreaming. You cannot fix your life while keeping the same routines that broke it. It doesn't work that way. Change does not start with motivation, it starts with honesty about how you're actually living. Take inventory without emotion. Look at your habits clearly. No guilt, no excuses, just truth. What time do you wake up? How do you spend your first hour of the day? How much time do you waste on distractions? What habits drain your energy? What habits build it? Until you see the full picture, you cannot change anything. Awareness comes before control. The first and last hour matter most. The first hour of your day sets the tone. If it starts with chaos and distraction, the rest of your day follows. The last hour of your day prepares your mind for tomorrow. If you end your day scattered, you wake up scattered. Clean up these 2 hours and you will feel a shift immediately. Structure creates clarity. Comfort is the enemy of progress. Bad habits survive because they feel good in the moment. They offer instant relief, but they cost you long-term growth. Comfort delays progress. The more you choose comfort, the harder it becomes to choose discipline. That's why you must learn to do what is right instead of what is easy. Growth does not happen in comfort, it happens when you resist it. Replace, don't just remove. You don't break bad habits by willpower alone. You replace them. Remove a bad habit without replacing it, and it will come back stronger. Replace scrolling with reading. Replace late nights with a set bedtime. Replace mindless eating with intentional meals. Habits don't disappear, they transform. Build systems, not dependence on motivation. Motivation fades, systems stay. Design your environment to support your goals. Make distractions harder to access. Prepare your day the night before. Set reminders. Create routines that work even when you are tired. When your system is strong, discipline becomes automatic. Identity follows habit. Every habit is a vote for the kind of person you are becoming. When you act disciplined, you start seeing yourself as disciplined. When you follow through, you begin to trust yourself. Identity is not something you decide once, it is something you build daily. Small wins create belief. Belief creates momentum. Stop saying, "This is just how I am." That phrase is a lie. It's not who you are, it's who you've practiced being. Habits are learned. That means they can be unlearned. You are not stuck. You are just repeating patterns, and patterns can be changed with consistency and intention. Consistency over perfection. You don't need extreme discipline. You need consistent discipline. Progress is boring. It's repetitive. It's unglamorous, but it works. The people who win long-term are not perfect. They are consistent. They show up even when it's boring, especially when it's boring. Your future is built in private. What you do when no one is watching matters more than what you do in public. Habits are built in private moments. The choice to get up,
the choice to focus, the choice to stop delaying. These moments shape your future more than any big decision. Start small, but stay serious. You don't need to change everything today. Change one habit, then another. Stay committed. Do not rush. Do not quit. Habits compound. Small changes repeated daily create massive results over time.
Part 4. Choose growth. Hold yourself accountable and become the person who follows through. Growth is a daily choice. Growth is not automatic. It is a choice you make every single day. Every day you choose between comfort and effort, between staying the same and becoming better. Comfort is easy. It feels familiar. It feels safe. But comfort never moves you forward. Growth does. And growth always asks more from you than you feel ready to give. That is why most people avoid it. They want results without pressure. They want change without discomfort. But real growth does not work that way. Comfort gives relief. Growth gives results. Comfort feels good now. Growth feels good later. That is the trade most people are not willing to make. Comfort lets you rest when you should push. It lets you delay when you should act. It tells you tomorrow is a better day. Growth tells you to act today even when you are tired. Comfort keeps you calm but stuck. Growth makes you uncomfortable but strong. If you want a better life, you must learn to choose what grows you instead of what soothes you. There is no standing still. You are either growing or shrinking. There is no neutral position. Time keeps moving. Life keeps moving. If you are not improving, you are falling behind. Staying the same is not safe. It is slow decline. And deep down, you feel it. That frustration you feel comes from knowing you are capable of more, but not acting on it. Growth removes that frustration because it puts you back in control. Accountability starts when no one is checking on you, when there is no deadline, no applause, no pressure. That is where accountability matters most. If you only work hard when someone is watching, you will never trust yourself. But when you hold yourself accountable in private, your confidence grows. You become reliable to yourself, and that changes everything. Stop waiting to be pushed. No one is coming to push you. No one is responsible for managing your effort, your focus, or your consistency. That is your job. If you wait for motivation, reminders, or pressure, you will stay stuck. Strong people do not wait to be told. They take initiative. They wake up and decide what needs to be done, then they do it. That is self-leadership. Keep your word to yourself. Every time you say you will do something and you don't, you weaken your self-trust. Every time you follow through, you strengthen it. Confidence is not built by positive thinking. It's built by proof. Proof that you show up. Proof that you finish what you start. Proof that your word matters. Start small. Make simple promises to yourself and keep them. That's how you rebuild trust from the inside. Identity is built through action. You do not become your best self by waiting. You become it by acting like it. The person you want to become has habits, standards, and behaviors. Start practicing them now. Act disciplined before you feel disciplined. Act focused before you feel confident. Behavior creates belief. The more you act like that future version of yourself, the more natural it becomes. Stop excusing, start moving. Excuses sound reasonable, but they keep you stuck. I'm tired. I don't have time. I'll start later. These phrases delay your growth without solving anything. You don't need perfect conditions to move forward. You need commitment. Progress starts the moment you stop explaining and start acting. One real step forward is more powerful than 1,000 plans. Use your time with intention. Time is limited. You don't get it back. Every hour you waste is an hour you cannot recover. Most people don't run out of time. They waste it. Small distractions add up to years of lost progress.
Take control of your time. Decide what matters. Cut what doesn't. Protect your focus like it matters, because it does. Your future is built by how you spend your hours. Be honest about what is holding you back. Growth starts with honesty, not excuses, not blame. Ask yourself what you are avoiding, what habit is holding you back, what truth you have been running from. You cannot fix what you refuse to face. Honesty is uncomfortable, but it creates clarity, and clarity gives direction. Progress over perfection. You will make mistakes, you will miss days. That's part of the process. The goal is not perfection, the goal is consistency. When you fall off, get back on track immediately. Do not quit because you slipped. Quitting is the only real failure. Everything else is feedback. Prove change through action. Change is not something you talk about, it's something you prove. Through your routines, through your discipline, through the way you show up daily. Action is the evidence. Without action, everything else is noise. Your behavior is the proof that you are serious. This is where it shifts. You are one decision away from changing direction. Not a big dramatic moment, a quiet decision to stop settling, to stop delaying, to start acting like your life matters. Stack one good decision on another, day after day. That's how lives change. If you stayed until the end, subscribe to the channel and stay connected. This content is here to remind you that change starts with you and is built through discipline, honesty, and consistent action. Stop waiting, stop settling, choose growth, lead yourself, and remember, no one can do this work for you, but no one can stop you either.